Thanks for joining us. I'm happy to be here talking about cash flow. You're going to hear from me to start off, and somewhere around 30 minutes afterwards, you're going to hear from Jesse and Matt to talk R&D, research and development, and then Jesse's going to take us home with the employment retention credit. So I'm a principal. I'm out of Chicago. Jesse out of California, a partner in R&D. Matt is senior manager in our tax credits and incentives group here at Eide Bailly. So let's kick off with what everyone's talking about and wants to hear about, and that's energy. It's the flavor of the month. It's probably going to be the flavor of the month for the next 10 years. So starting in 2023 with the Inflation Reduction Act, which has nothing to do with reducing any inflation. It's one very large energy bill. Joe Manchin and Joe Biden signed that into law. Like I said, starting in 23, it goes through 2032. When they did that, the Congressional Budget Office scored it and said, over the next 10 years, we think $560 billion would be spent on goodies, promoting renewables, decarbonization, and energy efficiency. A lot of these things are uncapped. So the more you ask, the more you get. That's why Credit Suisse came out with a report and said, we think a lot of people are going to ask. I think it's going to be closer to 1.7 trillion of energy incentives. So regardless of what it is, 560 bill or a couple trillion, what's important is that you know about it and that you ask for it if you're doing these things. It might reward behavior, it might change behavior, but knowing that it's there is step one. And this really is a come together moment. Typically, as consultants in the accounting arena, we find out about buildings being built close to end, maybe already done, and hey, can you save us money on our taxes? Things like this. And so now, particularly with these energy incentives, it's a little different than some of the other incentives that have been around for decades, in that you need to proactively sit down. So architects have invited us accountants to the table during the design, and it's been interesting and fun to be part of that schematic design and construction process, so that in turn you as leadership and building owners can maximize these credits and deductions.